cuts back inside. He's going for a touchdown.
Yes, on the board.
Got it. And that is a touchdown, Rowlett. Back, he's headed towards the end zone. Touchdown.
A beautiful Friday night here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium in Garland, and tonight we are set to bring you Lakeview Centennial Patriots versus the Rowlett Eagles. Another edition of Garland ISD football here on GRS TV. Scott Powell along with John Welburn. Hello everybody, glad you're with us tonight. Interesting matchup, two very even teams. Both teams are 4-4 on the year. Both teams are 3-1 in district play, tied for second place, one game behind first place Saxe. And both teams got off to a slow start, 1-3 in non-district, and now they're 3-1 in district. And John, some of the numbers are very even also going into this game tonight.
Yes, basically they are even in every category except scoring. Rowlett scores 8 more points a game than what Lakeview scores, but basically in terms of defense and everything else, they're evenly matched. Tonight, Scott, the team that runs the ball will win, is my prediction.
And as you just saw, both sides of the moon are evenly matched. A beautiful moon, a beautiful night. It's going to cool off as the night goes on, and we've had our opening kickoff. It's a fair catch by Rowlett, so they'll scrimmage first at their own 35-yard line. Rowlett will be in their maroon pants, maroon and white helmets. The white eagle across the maroon on the helmet, and then they'll have their charcoal gray tops with maroon trim. They're the home team. Lakeview Centennial in their road white tops, white bottoms with gold helmets. So a very colorful set of uniforms tonight here at Homer B. Preston Weeks will start at quarterback for Rowlett, as he has for the last 3 years, as he waits for the snap in shotgun on 1st and 10. Chauncey Amos is the running back. He'll give it to Mauricio Sneed on a little jet sweep, and Sneed gets just a yard to the 36 before he's corralled by several Patriots. Leading the way, the two main ones were Roderick Armstrong and Victor Smith. 2nd and 9 coming. Rowlett going quickly with an offense that's balanced at 149 on the ground, 236 through the air, and 30 points a ball game. Weeks, play action, quick out pass caught by Madeir. Actually, that's Gilly, Dakota Gilly. He almost busted the tackle and would have gone for more, but he was cut down by number 31, and that's Elijah Wilson with the stop. 3rd down and 5 for the Eagles. Weeks has thrown for 1,800 yards. That's 233 a ball game. He's one of the best in the Metroplex, number 4 among 6A quarterbacks. Gilly, the top receiver, with 45 catches coming in and 5 touchdowns. They have 6 receivers with 10 or more catches, including 3 with 30 or more. So he really spreads the wealth around. Weeks fires, caught near the 1st down, and Gilly picks it up before he's ridden out of bounds, just shy of midfield. 1st and 10 Eagles on the 3rd down conversion.
Wow, Weeks showed a lot of poise there. The rush was on him, as you'll see right here in the replay. Stayed all the way in.
Took a shot, didn't he?
Yes, until the end.
Jerry Evans and Antonio Hull with 30 receptions each. Sladen Madeir with 10 and 14 for Lang out of the backfield. Amos with 8 out of the backfield. So again, lots of receivers. Weeks is going to pull it down and run with it, and he stood up, but he's fighting for everything he can get. It's hard to bring Preston Weeks down, even though he's a quarterback. He's a big kid at 6'4", and all they could do was just stop him at the 49 after a gain of 2 yards. This Lakeview defense gives up 34 a game, but they're improving as the year's gone on. They're 15th in pass defense at 112 against this number 4 passing team of Rowlett. That'll be a good matchup tonight. Weeks going to go deep, and he's going to overthrow by a bunch his intended receiver. And that was Gonna have to look that one up. Number 7 for Lakeview Centennial, for Rowlett, excuse me.
Bobby Chappelle.
Yeah, Bobby Chappelle. Bobby has not played much of this year. Good to see him back in the Rowlett lineup. Chappelle, that's a familiar name the last couple of years at Rowlett, and I think he's been out with an injury for a while. 3rd and 8, Rowlett. Gonna need the 41 of Lakeview here on 3rd down. Weeks in shotgun as always. They're bringing the blitz, but they pick it up. Pass is incomplete, though. Tried to hit Antonio Hull, but kind of looked like they were not on the same page, the quarterback with the receiver. Fourth down coming.
Defended by Tyler Clifton.
See, I mean, I think Weeks was expecting Hull to go out, and he cut it in. So on 4th and 8, Rowlett may punt this way. Remember, Weeks could just step back and punt it, or they may go for it here. He does step back a couple of steps and will kick the left-footed punt. It's short, but very directional, and nobody back to return it, so this is going to be effective inside the 20, still dribbling to the 16. So Lakeview will be backed up for their first possession of this ball game.
We got a flag, though.
Yeah, back around the
Personal
line.
foul. Hands to the face on the kicking team, number 76.
So Lakeview will have the
15
football,
yards from the end of the kick. First down.
but they'll have better field position than starting out. They're going to go forward from the 16. Quarterback is Jalen Jones. He is a 58% passer. He has started the last 6 games for Lakeview. 7 touchdowns, only 1 interception, so he does not make a lot of mistakes. He runs the ball fairly well. His running backs, Tadarius Herford with 510 and Mauricio Sneed with 493 yards, so a pretty good 1-2 punch. And then the freshman, who we're seeing more and more of, Kamar Wheaton, has over 400 yards, and they all have good average per carries, as this team runs the ball at 203 yards a game. Jones will keep it on the first play, runs into a linebacker who'll ride him to the ground after a 2-yard gain. Nice open field tackle there.
Solo tackle by the Eagles, Sam Danler.
Sam Danler, number 50, with the stop for Rowlett. The receiving core, pretty good trio. You got Zakamian West with 26 catches, Isaiah Haro Miranda with 24. Trey Porter's got 8 catches, so he's got some weapons to go to also. 2 good balanced offenses going at it tonight. Jarrett Adams has checked in at quarterback, number 10. So Jones leaves after 1 play, although, okay, I missed that. Lost his helmet, and he'll be back after 1 play. The rule says you got to go to the sideline. Here's Herford on the handoff to Darius across the 35 for a short gain. Again, Danler was there for the stop, and he got some help from Lamar Long.
Just a simple play going right over right tackle there. Nice gain, though.
Lance Canyon was also a part of the tackle. It sets up a 3rd and 5 for Lakeview on their first possession of the ball game. Jones back in there, fires but way too tall. He was looking for Haro Miranda, but my goodness, the ball ended up 10 yards further downfield. It'll be 4th down Lakeview. The rush was coming, John, and I think he hurried the throw, as we'll see.
Yes, Danley introduced himself to him. That one.
How do you do? Yeah, Danler off to a good start. He's made every play so far. Alexis Herrera will be the Lakeview Centennial punter. So he waits back at his 22. Christian Booker expecting a pretty good punt all the way back to his 28. Lakeview now runs Herford on the field at the last second. They're down to 4 on the play clock. Let's see if they can get this off without a 5-yard penalty. They will not. There's the delay of game from the back judge.
There's no foul on the play. Timeout was called by Lakeview. That's their first out of the half.
Rick Ford, the referee, will give you the rest of the officiating group in a moment. Take a break. 8:46 first quarter. We're scoreless here on GRS TV. We got birthday wishes coming your way in a second. Here's a beautiful punt. Looked like a shot out of a cannon by Herrera. Caught at the 23. Booker with the return. We're going to have an illegal block, though, on the return. Bring this one back. Booker got 20 yards, but a block in the back, it appeared, on the return. So Rowlett's going to be backed up deep in their own territory. John Welburn, our color man, turned 60 years old yesterday. John, congratulations.
During the return.
I guess that's in order.
Block in the back. On the return team, number 20. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
Folks, you've got two guys bringing you this game tonight who are a combined 117 years old. Boy, does that sound old. I'm just glad I'm the youngest. This walk-off's going to back up Rowlett. Let's see where the umpire finally puts it down. The umpire, Derwin King. The head linesman, Danny Bowman. Nathan Simmons, the line judge. Tim Sandridge, the back judge. Kevin Stevenson, the side judge. And Chris Booker, the field judge. As always, out of the Dallas officiating chapter. They'll put it down at the 12, 1st and 10 Eagles. Here they come with the play call from the sideline. 8:36 first quarter. We're scoreless. Each team has had a defensive stand to start this one tonight. You don't say that much anymore. Usually you get early scores and lots of scores the way the game's played nowadays. Play action over the middle, caught Dakota Gilly. First down, beautiful slant right over the middle, had a step on the defender. The defender made the tackle. That's Garnett Burke, but not before Gilly got the first. Perfect pass from Weeks.
Gilly runs excellent routes.
He's fun to watch, isn't he? I love watching Dakota Gilly. He's a little guy. He's not big at all. He's kind of a who's the little receiver for the Cowboys?
On the play.
Bailey.
Personal foul.
No.
Hands to the face on the offense, number 12.
Little guy from Little
Personal
L.
foul. Hands to the face on the defense, number 23. Those penalties offset. Will replay first down.
Beasley.
There you go.
Reminds me of Beasley. He wears the same number, and he's about the same size, John. Great possession receiver, isn't he? He's fun to watch. So is Beasley, by the way. So wipe out the play, send it back 10 yards, back to the 12s, offsetting actually, so they'll replay 1st and 10. So wipe out the Gilly catch. Something tells me they'll go back to it soon. 4-man defensive front, 3 linebackers as Lakeview loads the box a little bit here, although Rowlett with 2 receivers each way. Weeks in shotgun. That's Lang to his right, but he's going to throw it. It's caught by Madeir, evades 1 tackle, got a block over there on the far side, and got a nice gain out to the 18 on first down. Let's see
nice
on the
first down play there.
Watch the replay. Watch the block here, John.
Basically, you're running a one-man wide receiver screen there.
Really nice clearing block, wasn't it? 2nd and 4. Quick out pass. Caught, but he had to go down low to catch it, so the play will die immediately. Gilly with the catch off the turf, but they actually lost 2 yards on a completion. That's a rarity. Setting up a 3rd down and 6 for Rowlett. These are 2 very much improving defensive football teams as this season's gone on. I would not be surprised if we saw a fairly low-scoring game. Of course, nowadays that means 30-28. The pass over the middle caught. This will be a Dakota Gilly first down. More toward the sideline, but it was kind of over the middle, and he again had a step on the defender.
Here he is. He knows how to get open. He just finds the open spot on the field.
I think the Beasley comparison is really apt. Of course, he wears the same number and is about the same size. That has a lot to do with it. We've been watching him several times this year. He's a lot of fun. Here's a handoff to Lang, Monye Lang, and he's knocked down pretty quickly for a short gain. Good penetration there, and the tackle by Tyler Clifton, one of the Lakeview linebackers. Looked like he's unblocked.
He was. Nice tackle.
1 yard gain, 2nd and 9. Eagles going quick. They got 3 receivers out to the right this time. That's the wide side, although the ball almost in the center of the field. Weeks, little draw, delayed handoff. Lang, lots of running room up the middle. He may go if he can get a block. He's to the 40 of Lakeview. He may go down the sideline. He will go. Touchdown. Nope. They're going to say he stepped out back around the 15, it appears. But still, what a run by Monye Lang. Yeah, they're going to mark him out at the 14.
You have a delayed handoff.
57 yards, John.
Nobody actually touched it.
1 man, Antonio Hull, blocking downfield. And he got just enough of the defender to get him down that sideline. Here's Weeks, option keeper to the 5, and he's cut down. That had 6 points written all over it. Nice little open field stop there by Corbin Harrington, saved the touchdown. Actually, it was number 35. I apologize, and we do not have a 35 on our roster, unfortunately. Something we can check at halftime. We got a 34 and a 36. First and goal at the 4, Rowlett. Looking for the first score of the day. Little lob pass into the corner, incomplete. Good coverage there on the play.
Nice coverage. Misjudged. The receiver misjudged his jump.
Chappelle was the intended receiver. As you'll see on the replay, pretty good one-on-one coverage. Tried to throw the fade route. Just ran out of room in that corner down there, and give credit to Elijah Wilson with the coverage. Second and goal, Rowlett. Midway first quarter, scoreless game, but the Eagles, you would think, would get at least 3 out of this. They always have good place kickers. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Split backfield, going to give it to Amos, finds the running room and scores easily. He evaded the initial rush and then just went untouched for Rowlett, 6 points.
3 yards out.
Nice drive by the Eagles. You can hear the Eagle band playing.
There he goes untouched right on the replay there. That's one area, Scott, they're vulnerable, Lakeview. Up the middle on the run.
Yeah, Lakeview gives up 240 a game on the ground, and that's just not going to get the job done on most occasions. Extra point is up and good. Timeout on the field. Our first score comes at 5:45 first quarter. Rowlett 7, Lakeview Centennial nothing on GRS TV. As you see, Chauncey Amos on the Rowlett bench after he scored on a 4-yard run, but really the key run was a 57-yard run to set up that field position early in the possession, as Rowlett went 88 yards in 8 plays and used 2:55 off the clock. 7-0 lead as the Eagles kick it. Drives the return man back to the 12. Here come the Patriots on the return. It's Mauricio Sneed, and as he arrives at the 30, runs into a defender, and that's where Lakeview will scrimmage at the 32.
And making the stop for the Eagles.
22-yard return there for Sneed. Lakeview on its first possession only got out to their own 31 before they had to punt it away, so they're still looking for their first down. Quintel Ward is number 35, we are told, for Lakeview. Sneed trying to break away. He'll squirm forward for about 3, but pretty good defense there from Rowlett in the open field with the tackle. As you see the Eagles cheerleaders on the sideline tonight. Rowlett, the home team here at Homer B. Johnson tonight. 2nd and 7. He got 4. Make it 2nd and 6, Lakeview. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Ball on the left hash. Now a man in motion left. That's West. Play action, quick out pass to West. He catches it. Looking to get away, but he's going to be double teamed and down. There is a penalty marker, though, during the play over there. Could be some kind of illegal block or maybe a face mask. I'm just guessing at this point. Kendall Miller was clapping his hands, the Lakeview head coach. This may go against Rowlett. And here comes the referee, Rick Ford, to tell everybody.
Personal foul. Face mask on the defense, number 5. 15 yards after the end of the run. First down.
So you get the short gain plus 15, and all of a sudden Lakeview's on the march. Here's your face mask.
Penalty goes against Rowlett.
There it is.
Foul, grabbing face mask.
Yeah, Cameron Miles there.
First down at the 47 of Rowlett.
And 10 for Lakeview.
Lakeview looks to the sideline now. They're plenty of time, 15 and counting as they come to the line. Rowlett with a 4-man defensive front and kind of falling back otherwise. Handoff right up the gut. Sneed, big opening before he is spilled. And the tackle made by Chase Taylor. He's one of the leading tacklers for Rowlett. It was just short of the first down. I'm sorry I said first down. He got about 8.5. Second and short, almost a free play here for Rowlett. Or for Lakeview, excuse me, at the 39. Jones wants to throw it. West with another catch that came in, but he's cut down quickly. I love the tackling I'm seeing, John, so far. A lot of good open field tackling from both teams. Something they're known for normally. Cameron Miles made that one.
Yes, I think the great tackle came up and he's short of the first down.
You complete a pass and only get a yard. That's pretty darn good tackling, and we got a third and now a half a yard needed. Very much 4-down territory at the Rowlett 38. Lots of movement. Let's see who's going to get the flag here, the penalty on the flags. Referee says false start, Lakeview.
5-yard penalty, third down.
So we go from a 3rd and a half yard to a 3rd and 5.5, John.
That hurts right there.
But again, 4-down territory probably. So he got 2 plays to get 5 yards. Out of field goal range at this point.
Unless he makes a substantial pickup, I think they'll punt it.
We're under 3.5 minutes. The wind situation tonight, it is very light. The flags are barely moving off to our right, the south end. So no factor on the kicks tonight, it appears. Now we got another stoppage.
Lakeview, that's their second.
Well, we're going to take our second timeout. 3:09 first quarter. It is Rowlett 7, Lakeview Centennial nothing on GRS TV. Yep, Lakeview Centennial, more than just a diploma. I love that saying on the building there, and glad you're with us tonight. Scott Powell, John Welburn. Big play here on 3rd and 6 for Lakeview. They just pound the handoff up the gut. Going to be a couple of yards short, though, but 4th down, and you figure they'll just go for it here. Mauricio Sneed on the dive handoff. Kendall Miller shouting instructions from the Lakeview sideline. They're going to need about 2.5 from the 40-yard line. It looks like they're going at this point. Getting some personnel on the field, but they got plenty of time. We're at just under 15 on the play clock. Jones looks like he's ready to go. Got Herford to his left. 2 receivers either side. And Jones is just going to put his foot into it. This looks like it's going to be very effective. Hits, but doesn't roll much, unfortunately for Lakeview, but still an effective punt down at the 11-yard line. 29-yard punt. So Rowlett, fresh off of that 88-yard touchdown drive to lead at 7-0, will start at the 11 after starting at the 12. First and 10. Here go the Eagles, right to left here late first quarter with a 7-zip lead. 2 receivers way out to this left side, which is the far side of the field. To the left of Weeks, I should add. Handoff. Amos Looking for opening up the middle, and he gets a couple. Give him a little breathing room out to the 14. Big number 50 for Lakeview Centennial. Victor Smith with another tackle tonight, his second. 2nd and 8, Eagles. Weeks quick out to Gilly on the shallow flag, and Gilly catches it and is spilled out of bounds out to the 23, and that should be enough for the first down. Gilly doing some chain hunting there, and they'll move the chains.
Result is first down and 10.
Gilly's unstoppable. Lakeview doesn't have an answer for him right now.
Three receivers far side to the right on 1st and 10 at the 23. Amos, the running back, to the left of Weeks in shotgun. 7 men in the box here, but they're going to throw it. Weeks, plenty of time, deep down this near sideline. Caught at the 40 of Lakeview and downed immediately, but a big play for the Rowlett Eagles. And that is Trey Porter on the receiving end. Excuse me, no, and that is Antonio Hull on the receiving end for Rowlett. Perfect pass, John.
Beautiful.
Hit him in stride.
Beautiful throw and catch.
Lofted it over the shoulder. It was not bad defense. It was just a perfect pass from Preston Weeks. 44 yards. He's going to do the same play again. Receivers there, but this one's a little bit overthrown. That was Bobby Chappelle who couldn't catch up with it. It's hard to throw a perfect pass 2 in a row, but Preston tried there. Now we're going to go quickly on 2nd and 10. Look to the sideline. Doug Stevens flashing in the play call. They're going to have 3 receivers out to the far right side here. 1 to the left. Straight drop. Now you're going to push the pocket out to the right. Looking downfield now. Preston will tuck it and go. Looking for that first down. He is shoved into the standard over there, and he is also short of the first down after an 8-yard gain. Tell you what, it looked like he hit him in bounds. A little unnecessary, but still, I mean, it's a legal hit, it looked like, as we see the replay. You just don't like to see the quarterback abused like this more than anything. So he hit him in bounds, so you can't really penalize him.
Chain guy has to get that chain down, though.
Yeah, good point. 2nd and 2 at the 25. Make it 3rd and 2, but probably 4-down territory. Weeks just going to look for it himself, and he gets it. Hard to keep that 6'4" frame short of a 1-yard first down run, and he got it to the 21. There's nothing fancy about Preston Weeks, but he's a really effective straight-on runner. Don't run him wide. He's not very quick, but at 6'4", he is great between the tackles. And the 3rd leading running back on this team. Fresh set at the 21 of Lakeview. Rowlett driving. This started all the way back at their 11. Deep one. Back of the end zone. Incomplete. He just ran out of room. Chappelle was, even if the ball was on target, I'm not sure Chappelle could have kept his feet in.
Got Wilson. I hope he's in good shape. They are really going straight at him here tonight.
Picking on somebody.
And he's not getting a breather. They're keeping a fresh receiver out there. But he's the same guy on each one, and they're going deep every time.
Good point. 2nd and 10 at the 21. Rowlett trying to add to their 7-0 lead here late first quarter. Weeks quick out pass on the hitch screen. Tried to split 2 defenders. Ball loose, but no, the head linesman says he is down as Danny Bowman blew his whistle immediately. We've also got an injured Patriot. Number 35, a little slow getting up, but it looks like he's going to be okay. Here's your completion, John.
Oh.
Good call or not?
I don't know.
John questions. It looked like a ball came out before he hit the ground. It was pretty close, wasn't it?
Pretty close.
Burke and Wilson on the stop. It is 3rd down, only needing 2 are the Eagles. Jump, movement in the line. This is going to be offsides, free play. Throw, corner of the end zone, incomplete. But it should be offsides against Lakeview, so we're going to mark off 5 and give Rowlett a 1st and 10. Unless somebody moved over there. Kendall Miller's a couple of steps onto the field, wondering, thinking that maybe a Rowlett Eagle moved on the front. Here's Rick Ford.
Ball start on the offense, number 72. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Wow, that's a big penalty. It looked like offside, but obviously that right tackle moves. So now you're looking at 3rd and 6 instead of 3rd and 1. Remember, Rowlett does have good kickers. Right now it would be about a 35-yard attempt from the right hash. You'd like to get points out of a drive that started all the way back at your 11. Weeks runs up to the line and may be changing the play. He's got Amos to his left in the backfield and 3-4 receivers spread the field. Got time on the 2-step drop over the middle. Caught Evans inside the 10. That'll be a 1st and goal for Rowlett. Boy, those crossing patterns over the middle have been working all night for Rowlett. Evans, the second leading receiver, caught that one.
1st and goal, Rowlett.
19 yards, 1st and goal at the 7. Weeks has the 4 receiver set and 1 back to his left. Preston has the snap. Hobson's down the line. Keeps it, cuts it up. Going to be spilled inside the 5, close to the goal line, about the 2.
Solo tackle by Tyler.
Making the tackle, Tyler Clifton saved the 6 points there. And that's going to do it for the first quarter, John Welburn. It's been a good one so far, and we still got 3 quarters to go. Rowlett knocking on the touchdown door, leading Lakeview Centennial 7-0. Come back for the second quarter in a moment on GRS TV. Scott Powell, John Welburn to start the second quarter. John, you see any stats of interest, maybe some team stats? How about those first downs?
Well, also the total yards, 198 versus 23.
That says it all. I think the first downs say it all, too. 9-2.
Your Rowlett's dominated possession category also, so you got to have the ball to score unless your defense is coming up with it.
The only thing slowing down Rowlett is Rowlett. They got 4 penalties for 47 Weeks, 9 of 14 for 104 already in this game.
As we resume play in the second quarter.
6 catches for Gilly for 42 yards. That's 7 a catch, but 6 of them in 1 quarter. I think they found something that works. Back to play. Rowlett trying to add to their 7-0 lead with a 2nd and goal at the 2. Handoff. Touchdown, easy score for Monye Lang. Touchdown, Rowlett. No penalty markers. It's 13-0.
Here you'll see again, Scott, just like we said in the pregame, whichever team ran the ball will be the victor tonight. And as you see it right here, just going straight power run right off the right tackle. You have 6.
2-minute, 24-second drive, 10 plays, 89 yards. They went 88 yards earlier in the game. Extra point is up and good. Let's check the kicker.
11:56 remaining in second.
Number 40 is kicking tonight for Rowlett. That is Ian Ellis, one of their regulars. Timeout on the field, 11:56 first half. New score, Rowlett 14, Lakeview Centennial nothing. As you look at some of the fans on hand tonight here at Homer B. Johnson, we're back in a moment on GRS TV. Rowlett with the early lead as they're about to kick off. Remember, Rowlett can clinch a playoff spot tonight. The only spot left in this district that hasn't been clinched in Division 2. Actually, Rowlett would go Division 1. They can clinch with a win tonight or a Garland loss anytime in the next 2 weeks. So in other words, it's just mathematical waiting for Rowlett to clinch. Kickoff return. Spinning away is Sneed down the far sideline. Nice return. He's finally going to be shoved down about the 45. It looked like he's going to go down about the 20, John.
Nice spin. Good return. As you'll see the block right here on the right.
Yeah, number 14 got a lot of a defender. That was Ja'Cory Tarver. Pretty good field position for Lakeview. They had started at their 16 and their 32. They're going to go from the 45 here. Badly in need of points. Now remember, Lakeview has clinched a playoff berth, but it's going to come down to their game with Naaman Forest next week to see who gets a home game and who has to go to Jesuit next week or in 2 weeks for the bi-district playoffs. Mauricio Sneed, who had the kickoff return, takes the next handoff and gets 6. So Sneed is a busy young man here early in the second quarter.
Would have liked to seen Sneed actually cut up a little bit earlier.
Mauricio, the second leading rusher, averages 6 a carry and has 6 touchdowns rushing. 2nd and 4. Patriots now in Eagle territory for one of the few times tonight. They made it to the 38 last time. Handoff for nothing. Hereford just runs into a wall and lost a yard. Leading the way defensively was Aaron Magallanes.
Here we see on the replay, there's just nothing there. 72, the offensive line for Lakeview is not getting a push.
And remember, they can run the ball a little bit at 203 a clip per ball game this year. And boy, they're struggling tonight against this Rowlett rush defense. Rowlett's 21st in the area against the rush coming in. Handoff, right tackle for a short, really nothing for Hereford. They're going to have a 3rd and 5 coming for Lakeview, or they're going to have to punt it away probably. Lost a yard there.
I think this is 4th down coming up.
Oh, my mistake. That was 3rd down. Looks like Booker will be deep, waiting the punt around the 10 for Rowlett. That is Christian Booker. Herrera with his 2nd punt of the night coming. Make it his 3rd of the night, excuse me.
Scott, is Wheaton not dressed tonight for Lakeview?
It's funny, we hadn't seen him yet. I'll look for him on the sideline in a moment. This is a very effective punt. Still rolling to the 5. Dribbling and down at the 3-4 yard line. What a punt for Herrera. How about 47 yards down at the 3? Doesn't get much better than that. Yes, a lot of it was roll, but he kicked it where it was unreturnable. So Lakeview could use a little defense here, get some good field position, and try and get back in this game as Rowlett leads at 14-0. 10-17 left in our first half. Let's see if we can find Mr. Wheaton, John. We're looking at 21, I believe. You know, he may just not even be suited up tonight. Maybe he played in the freshman game. He is a freshman, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I don't see him. It's not real obvious that he's over there if he is over there. Our GRS folks have done a little scouting over there trying to find him. Weeks has a ton of time. He's going to go deep trying to beat the double coverage as Gilly, but that was hard to complete and it fell incomplete. Good coverage from Lakeview. You know, Lakeview has had a lot of good coverage tonight, John. It's just Weeks has been really sharp at times. Yeah, GRS, our camera folks say that they can't find Wheaton on the sideline. He may not have suited up tonight. Handoff left tackle for a short gain. 3rd and long coming for Lakeview.
Stopped on the 7-yard line.
Or for Rowlett, excuse me.
Yeah, Tyler Clifton made an excellent play here, as you'll see right here. Fought off his block. Good read.
Monye Lang carried it, and also Garnett Burke was a part of that tackle, but as John said, that was all mostly Mr. Clifton. 3rd down and 9 for Rowlett. They're going to have to punt it from deep in their end zone. Lakeview could use a stop here. Rowlett could use a movement of the chains as Weeks changes the play, it appears. Looks over a 4-man front, 7 in the box. They may bring the heat here. Weeks is in trouble, but gets it off our side. Incomplete. Almost hit a streaking Dakota Gilly. It hit his hands, but if Dakota was a little taller, he might have made the catch there.
Garnett Burke defending on the play for the Patriots. 4th down.
So it looks like Rowlett will have to punt it.
He had a couple of steps on him too, Scott.
Each received for Lakeview Centennial.
The punter will wait about halfway back into the end zone. And that is Luis Arena, the regular punter. Has some time, but just gets it off. It is straight up and not far. Could use a roll, but Lakeview gets the roll back toward the goal line. It is going to be covered at the 13-yard line. Yeah, they're going to say the 15, but Lakeview with great field position, trailing 14-0. Good chance for the Patriots to get in this one.
That could technically be called a turnover.
Yeah, but it's not. I agree with you. That's a major change in this game, and it's just not a turnover.
Yeah, it's a nice stop for Lakeview there.
Some of the folks on hand waving to our camera people here at Homer B tonight. This series very critical to the outcome of this game. Lakeview at the 15 of Rowlett with a 1st and 10. Play action roll. Jones fires, caught. Trying to break a tackle. Porter, he fights for extra and appears to have the 1st down. Trey Porter with good effort there, number 81.
That was a nice read by Jones, too, on the rollout. The first receiver was covered, and he went to his secondary receiver on that one.
Yeah, Jalen also with a good fake into the line. Just good ball movement by the QB. Jones ready again in shotgun. Has Sneed behind him. Going to hand it Sneed. Tried to spin away, but he's downed quickly. Good double-team tackle there from the Eagles. Going to force a 3rd and goal, and we've got an injured Patriot. And let's take a break here. We'll come back, tell you how this drive ends. 8:43 left, 2nd quarter. Rowlett 14, Lakeview nothing, but Lakeview on the move inside Rowlett territory. Back with more on GRS TV. Roberto Ibarra being helped off, but he's walking it off. That's always a good sign when you let him walk off the field with a little help from the trainers. We're going to get back to play. Key point of this game, 2nd and goal for Lakeview Centennial at the 3-yard line. Trailing 14-0, trying to get back in this. Handoff Herford, fighting, but he will not get to the goal line as that Rowlett holds him up right up the middle. It's going to be 3rd and goal, and John probably 4-down territory.
Yeah, I think Lakeview wants to put up 6 right here, a field goal.
Wheaton, we found Mr. Wheaton as he's down there in his jersey, but no shoulder pads or helmet. But that is probably the future of the running game at Lakeview Centennial. Only a freshman, and we've seen a lot of promising plays from Mr. Wheaton so far this year. They got 1 week to go. We might see him next week. Sneed, no fake handoff. Jones, touchdown. Lakeview Centennial. Little option keeper by the quarterback, Jalen Jones, and Lakeview's on the board.
That was a nice read there, Scott. Instead of giving the pitch, he went ahead and took it himself.
So now they'd like to get the point after and get within a touchdown.
As you see the fake, and then he just follow around.
Yeah, the end went for the back, so it was a very smart keep, as you said. Here's Osorio for the PAT. Darian Osorio. Penalty marker flies, though. This might be a longer kick than expected, or it could be against Rowlett.
I think you got 12 guys out there.
Substitution infraction. 12-minute formation on the offense, number 40. 5-yard penalty, untimed down.
As I like to say, I like for my color man to have better eyes than I. John, what do you do? Count them every play? How'd you know there were 12 out there?
The linemen they didn't line up right, and they still about to send another guy in there now, even after the penalty.
This will make the Osorio kick 25 yards, but right down the middle, very manageable. Third string quarterback, the holder. The kick's high enough. Is it accurate enough? Yes, it is. Well, we got a brand new ball game. 7:56 second quarter. Our score now: Rowlett 14, Lakeview Centennial 7. As you see, Jalen Jones, the QB, walking the sideline. Back with more on GRS TV. You know, John, as we look at the stats, it's the stats on the scoreboard, the score that makes all the difference. Because if you looked at the stats on the stat sheet, 203 yards to only 43 for Lakeview Centennial. Rowlett killing them in the total yardage, but now we got a new ball game at 14-7. Kickoff return after the short kick and just losing his footing. It looks like the turf monster got the return man there at the 33-yard line, and on the return was Cameron Miles. So Rowlett will try and answer that short drive. Remember, we had an 11-yard punt that gave Lakeview the ball at the 15 of Rowlett, and they cashed it in for 7. Here comes Weeks and company with 7:50 left here in the first half. Plenty of time, and they've got all 3 timeouts left. So they go left to right in those charcoal gray tops and maroon pants. Lakeview in all white tonight with the gold helmets. They got 7 in the box, 4 down linemen. Handoff Amos, patient as he waits for his blocks, breaks 1 tackle, and hard to bring down. Still going, and he's finally spilled. Listen to the crowd. They appreciate the effort there from Chauncey Amos.
Keep the legs pumping.
Pump, pump, pump. That's all that was, just pure effort. There was not much there. He should have been knocked down for a loss if he didn't break the first tackle. So Chauncey got 7, setting up a 2nd and 3. 3 receivers to the far side, the left side. Weeks will hand it. They're going to run it weak side here, and Amos is in a lot of trouble this time and down for a loss.
Tyler Clifton.
We've called that name a few times, haven't we, John?
Yes. Here he is on the replay.
Pretty big kid, Tyler, 6 feet, 226.
He just brushes off that block. And
wide-shouldered kid. He looks like a linebacker at 6 feet, 226. That's almost college size, too. So he's in there at the middle linebacker for this 3rd down, 3rd and 5, or Rowlett's going to have to punt this ball away. Lakeview down by 7, looking to get the ball back, but here's a quarterback keeper on the option by Weeks, and he's awfully good at that between the tackles. Has plenty for the 1st down, and a gain of about 8 there.
From their 46.
Classic Preston Weeks on that quarterback keep. Fresh set at the 46. He'll hand this one Amos right up the gut. Breaks one tackle into the secondary. And he may go the distance. It's a foot race. Touchdown Chauncey Amos. Touchdown Rowlett. That was just a track meet right there, and Amos won it. A sprint right up the gut. Speed burns, John Welborn.
Oh, only one guy touched him. Ward, he hustled all the way down, but he just couldn't catch him.
A quick 67 yards and 3-play answer to the Lakeview score, and Rowlett's back up by 2 possessions. Extra point coming from Ellis. Hold is down. It's not kicked well, but kicked well enough. Good. Exactly halfway through the second quarter. 6 minutes left first half. Rowlett reclaims a 14-point lead, 21-7 over Lakeview Centennial here on GRS TV. Rowlett sideline as they've just retaken their 21-7 lead, back up by 14 as they enter the Lakeview drive. Rowlett will kick off here. Lakeview's going to have 6 minutes, but just 1 timeout left here in the second quarter. Shallow kick taken at the 17. Derek West, pretty good run back. Still going across the 40. Boy, Lakeview's had some good kick returns tonight. This one ends at the 44. So they got a chance to go back down the field here, trailing 21-7.
That's a good field position for them to start out in, Scott.
Yeah, the last time, remember, they started at the 15 after the short punt, but they started at their own 45 2 possessions ago after a long kickoff return. Of course, the kicks have not been real deep, but pretty good returns and pretty good blocking by the kick return teams for Lakeview.
44-yard line.
They'll send a receiver each way, a couple of tight ends and a running back. That's Herford who takes the handoff. Backs his way close to midfield. Pretty good pickup on first down. The hole was there initially, closed in a hurry, but he still got a quick 6.
Eagles on the tackle, Xavier Gale, Chase Taylor. Gain of 6.
I'd like to see more of that rollout pass. They had some success with that. I think they could be very successful in there.
That they completed the pass on before the Jones keeper.
Correct.
Yeah, get Jones outside. He seems to throw well here. He's outside. He's going to cut it up, though, and run it. And he's going to be just slightly short of the first down based on the mark from the head linesman. Danny Bowman says he's a yard short.
Jones is out.
Well, they have a backup quarterback who started the first 3 games of the season. Jones took over and this quarterbacked in the last 6, but Jared Adams was the quarterback early in the season, so it's not like they're going to a kid who doesn't play quarterback much. Jarrett's in there, although he's got a tough 3rd down and 1. Of course, they'll just run it anyway, I'm sure, and here is Herford fighting. He's got it, and he's into the secondary. Good effort there by Tadarius Herford to get a lot out of nothing to the 38 of Rowlett.
Very nice run.
Solo by Cameron Miles.
Running right behind Ibarra, who had gone out on an injury early. He came back and made a nice block.
There you go.
1st and 10, Lakeview Centennial.
Miss Bailey of Lakeview down there on the sideline. Some camera hounds down there on that Lakeview sideline tonight. Pretty good Friday night crowd here at Homer B. Herford going to cut this one out. Another good gain as they're just pounding right at this Rowlett defense and picking up some yardage. Good chunk there of 4 to the 34.
Along with
That's what you want to see on the first down. You want to get at least 3-4 yards on the first down and not put your quarterback in a bad position.
They still got time. We're just under 4 minutes, although they only have one timeout. Lakeview does. Adams is still in there. Let's see if we can find Jalen on the sideline. See if they're working on him or see if he's ready to come back in or what. I can't find him quite yet. On the table, we are told. Handoff to Sneed, and he is in jail from the get-go and does not have a pass to get out. He's all the way down back at the 40, make it the 37, and they lost most of what they gained. It's going to be 3rd and 9 now. Probably 4-down territory. They're out of field goal range.
Just nothing there.
No, they strung it out really nicely. The Rowlett Eagles did. And on the stop was Aaron Magallanes for the second time recently. Looks like Lakeview may just run this down and take a timeout and talk about a 3rd down. As I say that, they come to the line with 7 on the play clock. Adams in shotgun, looking right, has some time, steps up, now he'll keep it and breaks a tackle. He's going to be close to the 1st down after breaking the tackle, and Adams is still going. They cannot bring him down. They finally do at the 25. Wow, what a play by Jared Adams. Backup quarterback, huh? I want to play more.
Great effort.
That was all Jared Adams. He was going to be stopped way short of the 1st down. And then once he got to the 1st down, they couldn't stop him.
Mr. Tibbs made a nice play on that, too. Held him up early in the run to allow him to get free.
2:25 and counting. Fresh set of downs for Lakeview. Trying to get back within one possession, down 21-7. Short gain. That ball may have been dropped. It's dropped and picked up and carried into the end zone. Wow. Touchdown. That's Trey Porter. Is this going to count? I guess they ruled the back was not down, and Trey Porter with a fumble return. He carries it in for the touchdown. I don't see anything stopping it, John. Let's see what the replay says. It doesn't really matter what the replay says, but let's see if it was a good call or not. Well, we lost our replay. Hopefully we'll get it back. That's Trey Porter. Now here we go. Sneed carrying it. Look down to me, John.
Yeah, I think he's definitely
Oh, my gosh. He was down for, looks like to me, 2 or 3 seconds he was down.
We'll have to see it again.
We didn't get the greatest angle, but first indication says, wow, he was down. Here's Osorio for the PAT. And it's G-double-O-D right down the middle. Timeout on the field. 2:09 1st half. Lakeview's back in it again as they inched to within 7 for the second time tonight. 21-14. Rowlett over Lakeview Centennial on GRS TV. We're going to get another shot of the fumble on replay here, we're told. John and I believe he was down before the ball came out. Okay, we're told the ball's coming out. Well, kind of. It's kind of coming out, John. You know what, John? Looked like a good call.
Yeah, it's down.
We got a better angle on that second replay. Thank you to GRS TV for clearing that up. And in my mind and John's mind, here's a short pooch kick, and Lakeview's recovered it. Yeah. Lakeview's got it. Is it going to count? I don't see any penalty markers. It went the required distance, it appeared. And this looks like a Patriot football. Boy, has this game changed in a hurry.
Mr. Momentum.
Lakeview football. So now the Patriots are going to try and tie it up. 2:04 left. Just one timeout. But, you know, interesting enough, John, on that touchdown drive, they didn't use the one timeout they had. Look at the recovery by Isaiah Haro Miranda with the big play. Just a pooch kick. It was an onside kick, although kind of pooched in the air. And boy, give credit to Osorio, the kicker. That was a beauty. So everything going Lakeview's way late first half here. Haro Miranda will come out wide to the left, and
Quarterback,
Jared Adams continuing to quarterback.
Timeout. Lakeview.
Timeout, Lakeview. Let me see if
That's
I can
their third and final timeout of the half.
find Jalen Jones on the sideline. Although, you know, the job Adams did on that last possession, they might leave him in there anyway, John, for a little while. I do not see Jones on the sideline. They were attending to him a little bit earlier as he limped off a few moments ago. But Adams led him to that previous touchdown drive. Let's take a break. 2:04, second quarter, 21-14 Rowlett here on GRS TV. Well, according to GRS TV, Jalen Jones is in the locker room getting attended to here right before the halftime. Maybe he'll be back second half. Big hole, Sneed, he may go right up the middle. He will go. Touchdown, Lakeview Centennial. They got a chance to tie it. Boy, there was nothing right up the middle of the field defensively.
Very quickly here. He got one hand on him, and then he made a house call.
No safeties, nothing up the middle. And Lakeview will go for one, it appears, to try and tie it at 21. Osorio. This was 21-7 not long ago, and now Osorio will tie it. Timeout on the field, 1:56 first half. Let's start all over. 21-21, Rowlett and Lakeview Centennial here on GRS TV. Lakeview Centennial preparing to kick off. You see their fans getting into it, the student section across the way. They have come back from a 21-7 deficit to tie this game at 21. The two second-place teams, one game out of first place in this District 10-6A. Fumble on the kick. I think Rowlett got it, but that was close to disaster. Lakeview just recovered an onside kick a moment ago, and Rowlett almost coughed it up there. Eagles are going to have 1:51 and all three of their timeouts left.
10 for the Eagles as they start.
So let's see how serious they are in trying to get more points here before the half. I would think they're going to go for it. Just momentum-wise, John, Rowlett would love to get the momentum back.
They got some timeouts left, so 1:51, they can make it happen with the type of offense they have.
Timeouts can make time a lot longer. Three receivers wide out to the left for the Eagles. Preston Weeks, seems like forever since he was out there last. Rowlett defense was on the field for a long time after that onside kick. Weeks will drop the screen off, caught, but down immediately. Monye Lang, what a nice read and an open field tackle there from Roderick Armstrong. No gain officially.
No gain.
And the clock is a-running.
10 for the Eagles, 32 yards.
Armstrong was like he was in the backfield. He already knew what the play was.
I think he was in the Rowlett huddle. We just missed it. Second and 10 Eagles. Taking their time here. We're under 1:25 left. All of a sudden, they don't look like they're in much of a hurry. 3 receivers left. Remember, they've got 3 timeouts left here. Preston takes the snap. Drops straight back. Plenty of time. Over the middle. Too tall. Intended for Gilly. That's the play they love to run, but the pass was too high for Dakota. That will stop the clock. 3rd and 10 coming.
Number 11, Garnett.
As we see here, it's the right idea, though. He was open. Pass is just high.
Great protection from the line as he's gotten most of the night.
Behind him on the throw.
11 defending on number 11 there. Garnett Burke with the play defensively, but it was too tall for anybody to catch. 3rd down. Weeks looking to throw again. Plenty of time from the offensive line. Caught on the slant. That's Porter, and he's just beyond the 1st down marker. 1st and 10 at the 44. 3rd down conversion of 12 yards. Eagles are in a hurry here. They don't want to have to use a timeout.
Excellent route here, Scott.
I love the play. I love the blocking from the line too, John. He's got a nice pocket developing on every play. Here we go. Gonna go deep down this near side. Gilly one-on-one. He makes a late dive, incomplete. They got a little tied up before the ball got there. Cameron Waddleton with the good coverage, though, from Lakeview. 2nd and 10 with 45 seconds. Again, they've let a lot of clock go off here without burning one of their 3 timeouts. Going to take a little bit more time here with the clock stop. Getting the play call from Doug Stevens. Now we're ready to go. Weeks in shotgun. 3 receivers to the short side. There's barely any room over there. Going to option down the line to the right. Pitch Lang. Got a 1st down, and he is submarined and does a complete flip out of bounds at the 43. He looks fine, though. That is a gain of 13 and another 1st down and a stoppage of that clock.
That was a nice call.
Yeah, they ran it to the, not the power side, but they ran it to the wide side. 1st and 10, 37 seconds. Still 3 timeouts left. So if they throw one down the middle, they can stop the clock immediately. 2 receivers each way. Weeks going to roll the pocket right. Fire. Incomplete off the hands of the intended receiver, who was open. And Gilly may have had it stripped from behind by Waddleton, but looked like a very catchable football. See if we can tell on the replay whether Gilly should have caught this. Yeah, look, good defense, but it looked catchable too. 2nd and 10, Rowlett. 31 seconds. Remember, they have a good kicker. Right now, he's out of range. It'd be 60 yards from here. Any points would give Rowlett the lead going to the locker room. Gilly in motion across the backfield. Weeks. Over the middle. It's open again. This time Christian Booker with a 1st down to the 26. That'll stop the clock momentarily on the 17-yard gain. And Rowlett's going to go ahead and burn a timeout. We'll burn one too. 26 seconds left 1st half. 21-21 on GRS TV.
Tackled by Elijah Wilson. Timeout. Rowlett.
Rowlett discussing the next play. They took a timeout, have 2 left with 26 seconds left in the half. Rowlett looking to retake the lead. They were up 21-7 earlier here in the 2nd quarter before Lakeview rallied to tie it. Momentum to the locker room is what's at stake here for both teams. It's a pretty good drive for Rowlett that began back at their 32-yard line. 1st and 10 at the Lakeview 26. Weeks in shotgun. We're ready to restart now. Going to throw it. Plenty of time. Another. It breaks down, and he's going to be down. He Bad time, and that's a coverage sack, John, because he just couldn't find anybody open. And Thomas Robinson made the tackle.
Rowlett, that's their second charge time out of the half.
He had plenty of time to find a receiver.
Rowlett Eagles.
That's a crucial error in that type of situation right there. It moved them back.
Let's keep it here, recap the playoff situation. Rowlett clinches with a win or a Garland loss tonight. And the same thing next week. Rowlett just needs one win in 2 weeks or one Garland loss over these 2 weeks, and Rowlett's in the playoffs. So it's mostly just mathematical at this point. If Rowlett gets in, they'll be a Division I rep, and they will play at Coppell. Unless, there's some major upsets like 2 Saxey losses, for instance. So Rowlett will probably be the number 2 seed and play at Coppell in the bi-district playoffs. Lakeview's already in the Division II playoffs. Their game with Naaman Forest next week is going to determine their fate in the bi-district. The winner of the Lakeview Naaman Forest game will go Division I, or they'll go Division II, but as the 1 seed, and will get a home playoff game against either Pierce or Lake Highlands, while the loser of that game next week will play at Jesuit. So that's kind of the playoff situation for both teams. So quite a bit at stake here tonight, mostly for Rowlett.
Need about 20 yards here, Scott, and I think they can get a field goal out of this.
If they want a first down, they got to get all the way to the 16, and they're at the 36. 19 seconds. Remember, they do have 1 timeout left to stop the clock and line up for a field goal. Deep one down this near side, one-on-one, dive, no. Antonio Hull almost caught it with a late dive, but could not come up with it. So now it is 3rd and 20, 12 seconds with that timeout left. That 1 timeout is everything because you can take another shot.
Elijah Wilson, they've been picking on him all night. He came up with a play. He was right there.
Yeah, Wilson. Yeah, there was a time when Wilson was being picked on play after play, and he made a pretty good play right there. Here we go on 3rd and 20 again. Right now it would be over a 50-yard field goal. Rowlett would love a little closer to the goal. Weeks going to run it to the left. Fires it before he crossed the line. Incomplete. How about a defensive play over there by Lakeview? It was knocked away at the last second, and it looked like DeJuan Jeffrey with the big defensive play. That might have been catchable if it wasn't for Jeffrey. So now it's 4th down. They're going to have to go for it, John. They never got into field goal range.
I think he ran over the line of scrimmage here, too.
Well, I think he was right at it at the worst. I was watching that, and I think he might have been slightly short of it. Can't tell from that angle. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They really don't have a choice. It would be a 54-yard field goal attempt with 3 seconds left.
Gotta throw for the end zone.
Yeah, we're going to Hail Mary, it appears. Weeks has time all day. Just surveying the field. Now he's going to reverse his field. Just somebody hopefully will uncover for him, and he just throws it away. Probably intentional grounding, but it's the final play of the half either way. So there's no reason to even throw the flag. That'll do it for the first half. Hey, John, entertaining first half. You looking forward to the second half?
Can't wait.
Well, we got a short break. When we come back to start the second half, we'll look at some of those first half numbers, and then John Welber and I will bring you the second half. But it's been a great one so far. Rowlett 21, Lakeview Centennial 21. Back with the second half soon here on GRS TV. Johnson Stadium coming up momentarily. We got the first half highlights, and what a game it's been. 21-21. Rowlett and Lakeview Centennial. We'll have the first half stats in just a moment, but let's look at those first half highlights as the 2 teams come out for the opening kickoff. Pretty good crowd on hand tonight. You see the Rowlett band, the fans. First score of the night, Chauncey Amos with a short touchdown run. 7-0 Rowlett. Cheerleaders on the sideline for Rowlett. And this one is Monte Lang, the other running back, with a touchdown run. 14-0, but Lakeview responds. Jalen Jones with a quarterback keeper for the touchdown. 14-7. Jones went out with an injury. Hopefully he'll be back in the second half. Here's a long run by Chauncey Amos right up the middle of the field. A long touchdown run, and it was 21-7. But Lakeview responded back with 14 straight points. We had a fumble here that was picked up by Lakeview. They pick up their own fumble, and Trey Porter scored. And that made it 21-14. Jared Adams, the backup QB, hands it off to Sneed, who scored on the long run, and that tied it at 21, and that's our score as we're going to start the second half here shortly. John, you have some numbers there that you can bring us?
Yes, we have Rowlett has 301 total yards of offense compared to 139 with 168 versus 125 on the rushing.
Jalen Jones on the bike on the sideline. That's a good sign for Lakeview Centennial.
So from a statistical standpoint, Rowlett has dominated the game, but Lakeview has taken advantage of some of the opportunities given to them by some key errors with Rowlett.
Rowlett's kind of helped to keep Lakeview in it. Any individual numbers, Weeks had a pretty good first half.
Yeah, 12 of 25 for 133. Two running backs over 60 yards, Lang and Amos. Then to the other side of the field, we have Sneed with 59 yards and 7 carries. I think Rowlett needs to get back and go to Gilly. Gilly was dominating the game in the first quarter, and I don't think he had a catch in the second quarter. And that was very successful for Rowlett. I think they have to go back to that.
You're right. Gilly had 6 for 42 in the first quarter, nothing in the second quarter. Here's a line drive kickoff that's kind of stopped by the foot and picked up and returned, and another good return for Lakeview. They've done this well all night long, and they're going to start beyond their 45 for the third time tonight. The short kicks are helping, but they're still getting good returns every time. That was Harold Miranda on the kickoff return. You know, a lot of times on those short kickoffs, it kind of breaks down the return, and their short returns. They're averaging 20 yards or more on all these kickoff returns. That was Derek West. Patriots at the line for their first play. Jared Adams still in there at quarterback. So Jalen Jones still on the sideline. We got penalty markers that are going to kill this first play. Rick Ford, the referee, will tell us about it.
Ball start on the offense, number. First down.
5-yard penalty against Lakeview Centennial. Ball start back to the 40. First down. 15 yards to go for Patriots.
So they'll go 1st and 15 at their own 40. Well, at least Jones is back on the sideline, but they did not start him here in the second half. He's still over there on the bicycle. Again, Adams started the first 3 games of this season, so he's no rookie quarterback. Tadarius Herford breaks it outside. First down finally as he spun out right around the first down marker. They're going to mark him right at that point. Let's see if it was enough for the first down. He might be a little bit short. Got 14 on that carry.
Went to the left side of the field there. An excellent carry. Very quick. Very quick.
14-yard gain.
Almost a free play here on 2nd and 1 for Lakeview. Adams in shotgun. Hands it Herford, sweep right. Now he'll cut it up for big yardage. He may go the distance. Now he's run down, still fighting, and he'll be down inside the 10-yard line. The pursuit caught up with him, but Herford with a huge gain and threatening to give Lakeview the lead here early in the third quarter. We've got an injured Rowlett Eagle. You see Herford squares the shoulders up and just sprints down the hash mark.
That's Danler down on the field, too.
Oh, he's one of their top defenders, one of their top tacklers. So hopefully he's okay. We'll find out when we come back. Let's take a break. 11:32 third quarter, 21-21, but Lakeview is driving here on GRS TV. See Sam Dandler's back to us there on the sideline. He walked off under his own power. Looks like he's a little shaken up, but should come back, I would think. Lakeview with a first and goal at the 9, threatening to take their first lead of the night. We're tied at 21. Hereford up the middle. Runs into a tackler, but bulls his way forward inside the 5 to the 2. Second and goal from there. Lakeview offensive line doing the job here in the second half.
Hey, they see something they like over on the left side. And they're just running between the guard and tackle. Nothing fancy.
Second down, Lakeview needs 2 for the lead. 2 yards will give them a 6-point lead. Hereford again. Touchdown, Lakeview Centennial. 55-yard scoring drive to open the second half.
3-yard run.
Only took them 4 plays to go 55. Very impressive.
That's the way to come out for the second half there.
All runs too, John. 1 minute, actually 59-second drive, and the Osorio kick very deep and good. Another timeout on the field. We got a new ball game, a new leader in this one. The battle for sole possession of second place in the district has Lakeview with their first lead, 28-21 over Rowlett here on GRS TV. Lakeview Centennial kick off right after they took their first lead of the night at 28-21. Darian Osorio will do the kicking. See if he'll go deep with it. Yes, he does, as it'll be caught just outside the tent. There goes Booker, long return. Got the far sideline. The kicker, no, one man to beat though, and he's going to be run out. All the way to the Rowlett 38-yard line. We've seen a lot of good kick returns tonight.
What a way to answer.
43-yard return. Do we have a penalty?
Sideline warning on Rowlett. That's their first. It's just a warning.
We've all been warned. That'll happen on a kickoff return, by the way. The guys get excited and want to see the return down the sideline.
Being energy efficient is something we all can do. Every little bit helps.
So Rowlett trying to answer that Lakeview scoring drive. And they've off to a good start at the 38 of Lakeview Centennial. First possession of the second half coming for the Eagles. And here comes Preston Weeks and company. Monye Lang will be the running back. 3 receivers left and 1 right from the right hash. 4-man front for Lakeview and 3 linebackers, and Rick Ford, the referee, he wants to reset that play clock. No penalty. So Rowlett will look back to the sideline. Weeks waits, has it. Options down the line. Wanted to cut it back up and look like a pitch might have been a better idea as he got nothing. Back to the line of scrimmage. You try and run an option down the line to the short side of the field, that sideline becomes an extra defender. He cut it up quickly right into the hands of the tackler, Drew Harper. 2nd and 10. Again, a 3-receiver set to the wide side left. Lang on the delay handoff. Picks his way forward across the 35. Finally going to stop his progress at the 34. 3rd and 6 coming Eagles.
Along with Tomas Robinson.
Thomas Robinson, one of the tacklers, John.
See if they found Gilly here.
Going to split the receivers 2 right and 2 left this time. Gilly is to the left as the split end. Hull is wide to his left. Weeks is looking left. Has time as always. Deep flag route caught on the dive by Gilly, and that's just enough for the first down. Boy, they're smart. They know just how far to go. Remember, the chains are on the far side, and they can't even see the chains, and yet they know where to go before they cut it out. 9-yard gain, a fresh set at the 25 for the Eagles on the 3rd down conversion. Weeks cuts it up on the option keeper. He'll get 5, make it 6 inside the 20. And they're going to go quickly here on 2nd and 4. 3 receivers wide side right. Option left again to the short side. Weeks keeps it. Same play. First down as he backs his way to the 10 as he was grabbed by Victor Smith, who made the tackle.
Here he goes. I don't think Lakeview is not convinced that he's going to keep. They're playing for the pitch.
So Weeks is just reading it and making the right decision. You can get a first down without a touchdown at the 1. 1st and 10 at the 11. Weeks. Same play. He'll cut it up earlier, though, right up over the center, and is tackled for a short gain from behind by Thomas Robinson at the 9-yard line. That's just a 2-yard gain, so Rowlett slowed temporarily. 2nd and 8 coming.
2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
As they spread the field again, so there's only about 6-7 in the box defensively. Weeks in the gun as he's been all night. Straight drop. Plenty of time as he's had all night. Caught, corner of the end zone, touchdown, Rowlett Bobby Chappelle. And the coverage was not there. It wasn't a hard pass at all. It's like the defense was a little confused. Yeah, turned the wrong way, John.
Yes, he did. He thought he was coming inside. He went outside. He tried to sell it to the ref that he was pushed off, but he wasn't touched.
Again, Chappelle has been out a lot of this year. Good to have him back if you're a Rowlett fan. He's had a good night. Extra point coming. Ellis's kick is up, and it is good. Timeout on the field. 8:02 left in the 3rd quarter. We're going to start all over one more time. We're tied 28-28, Rowlett and Lakeview Centennial on GRS TV. Just a 38-yard drive after the long kickoff return. You see Bobby Chappelle, who is back in the Rowlett lineup tonight, having a good night. Just had the touchdown reception of 9 yards. Took him 7 plays to go 38 yards. And we're retied at 28. See if Lakeview can answer after they take the kickoff. This is Andrew Martinez with the right foot into it. Short one, caught at the 22. Haro Miranda had a little freedom up the sideline before he was down pretty quickly. That was mostly just a short kick. Decent coverage there at the 37-yard line.
I think Rowlett considers that a win with some of these short kicks.
Yeah, the kick teams, the return teams have been outstanding tonight. I don't think we've had a real short return. That might be the shortest return of the night right there. Here come the Patriots with 3 receivers, 4 in the pattern. Jared Adams continues to quarterback. Has Sneed next to him. Play action to Sneed. Throw out. Caught West. Breaks a tackle. Gets a block. A first down the sideline. Still going. Did he step out? Yes, he did. Although he prances into the end zone, the head linesman says he stepped out at the 35. But still a nice gain of 28 and a first down.
Excellent game. Look at Tremaine Porter out here with the block. He's coming up right areas right there.
Yeah.
Tremaine Porter threw an excellent block to sprung him.
See if he stepped out. I haven't seen it yet. It's probably going to be right here. Yeah,
Yes,
he's out
right
of bounds.
there.
Good
Yeah.
call from the head linesman. Let's call him out when they make those good calls. Danny Bowman with the call over there. So a fresh set of downs at the 35.5 for Lakeview. Trying to answer again a Rowlett drive that tied it at 28. We're still not halfway through the third quarter. Sweep right, huge opening. This is Sneed. He gets a block to the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Lakeview Centennial. Mauricio Sneed. A lot of speed involved there.
Excellent
And a
read
lot of
right
good
here.
blocking.
Oh, excellent blocking. Look at the wide out number 19.
Haro Miranda.
Oh, he made an excellent block out there that sprung him. Sneed went the right way on the block.
Lakeview takes their second lead of the night, trying to make it 7 off the foot of Osorio. It's deep enough. Is it good enough? Yes, it is. So Lakeview retakes the lead, 7:37 left in our third quarter. Lakeview Centennial 35, Rowlett 28 on GRS TV. Quick scoring drive, 63 yards in 3 plays. It was more like a march for Lakeview. As they've retaken a 7-point lead, Osorio will kick it for the Patriots. It's going to be a short kick, caught at the 23.
23-yard line.
But to the far sideline, very directional, which leads to a short return. Good coverage as Hull with the short return. And we got a very late flag. And some unpleasantries being exchanged. This is probably going to be an unsportsman-like conduct against maybe both teams. We'll see. Rick Ford's got the pencil out, so I think, remember, if you get 2 of these in one game of the same player, you can get thrown out of the game. So they always write these down. And Ford pulled out the pen and paper pretty quick there.
Yeah, Coach Miller is halfway out on the field there. He's not real happy about this.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the receiving team, number 27, 15 yards. That's number 27's first unsportsmanlike conduct of the game.
Rowlett's going to be backed up at their own 15-yard line.
Kickoff return.
It's a big penalty.
Against the Eagles. Takes
As we see on the replay here.
First down.
Yeah, a little shoving there. There's your flag.
Yeah, a little blow to the head, that'll get you every time.
And you know, he might have just been reacting. A lot of times the second guy gets, they see the second guy. Not saying that's what happened, it's just possible. North Garland and Garland going on the screen above us here at Homer B tonight. North Garland has just scored. Back to pass. Weeks fires a perfect pass out and caught, but grabbed immediately. That was a pretty good defensive play, one-on-one on an island over here. As Jerry Evans caught it and was escorted out of bounds immediately by Garnett Burke, who's had a big night. 14-14, North Garland and Garland, a heck of a game over there at Williams Stadium on a Friday night. Weeks will keep on the draw, and a pretty good decision. He will be just barely short of the first down at the 24.
that hole closed real quick. Robinson made an excellent play on that one.
Tomas, 3rd and 1. I look for a Weeks keeper here. It's hard to stop Weeks. Preston short of a first down on 3rd and 1. I'm sure he'll go deep now that I've said that. No, he threatened to throw it, but he does keep it and just leans out for the first down. He is so good at that. Fresh set of downs for Rowlett at their 26. Trailing Lakeview Centennial 35-28 as we're nearing the halfway mark of the 3rd quarter.
First and 10 for the Eagles. 26-yard line.
Another 3rd down conversion for Rowlett. Weeks has Monye Lang as his running back and 2 receivers each way. Long count. Has it. Kind of a mini pump fake. He wanted to take off with it and was tackled in the backfield for a loss. This combination's made a few tackles tonight. Roderick Armstrong and Victor Smith one more time.
He's got to release the ball. The offensive line
been great all night, haven't they?
Hey, they did a good job. That was adequate time. You're not going to get much more time than that.
I think he only had his eye on one receiver and he wasn't open. He had time to look longer, I think. 3 receivers out to the right this time on 2nd and 13.
It's Gilly time, Scott.
Gilly time. I love that. Nope, it's going to be an option keep or pitch. He keeps and is down. Should have pitched it. I know that's easy for me, the quarterback, to say. Victor Smith with another tackle for Lakeview Centennial.
Yeah, I think this is a busted play here. That's not Weeks' forte going out wide like that.
No, he usually cuts it up and never really had a chance. I think he should have pitched it, possibly. Anyway, it's probably Gilly time right now. 3rd and long, 3rd and 15. Gilly is wide to the left over here, cutting over the middle. Weeks looks, but here comes a pass to someone else. No, it's Gilly.
It's Gilly.
Gilly cut it up and out. He cut over the middle and then cut it to the outside. That kind of play took a lot of time from the offensive line. Give them credit.
That's Gilly. He runs excellent routes.
But Preston was able to stand in there and wait for Gilly to get all the way outside. He's had good protection all night long. Fresh set at the 45. Looking to throw again. Wanted the deep out. I think there was some confusion on the pattern, and lucky that didn't get picked off. If it was a better pass, it might have been picked off.
Yeah, some of these quick routes here, the Rowlett cornerbacks are jumping that route. They've seen it all night. They know what's coming, and they're making some excellent reads.
2nd and 10. Lakeview threatening to blitz here. A couple of the linebackers. Now they back off a little bit. 4-man rush. Draw handoff. This is Lang, and not much doing. He might have gotten a yard. He's lucky he didn't get tackled for a loss. There's number 8 again. We've called his name all night long, as well as 36, Tomas Robinson. And you ought to know who number 8 is by now. That's Tyler Clifton.
9 yards to go for the Eagles.
Monye had no chance there. 3rd and 9. Could be 4-down territory at the Rowlett 46. Pretty big play right here. Rowlett's been good on 3rd down, though, tonight. It's Gilly time. He split out to the left, but Preston, now he comes over the middle with it. There's Gilly for a first down. My goodness. It's like watching Beasley of the Cowboys. You just can't cover the little guy. I mean, he looks like he'd be easy to cover, John. He's so small.
But he runs excellent routes.
Yep.
And he's very, very quick.
17 and a fresh set at the 38. Another 3rd down conversion as Evans catches this on a stop route. It'll be a gain of 6 on 1st down to the 32.
32-yard line.
Nice possession pass there. Just a real simple toss and catch for 6. Here comes Gilly. Split out to the left. I would double team him if I could. It looks like they're going to single cover him here, it looks like. Weeks, quarterback draw. Gets a block to the 20. Go! He fell down. The turf monster got him at the 15.
His knee.
Oh my gosh, this could be bad.
This is knee.
He may have torn that knee on the cut. Hopefully he's okay, but it does not look good right now, folks. Here's your replay. Oh my gosh, you cannot ill afford to lose. You can ill afford to lose Preston Weeks. Watch the cut. Yeah, that's where it happened right there, and hopefully it's nothing serious. But he's down. Let's take a break. We'll give you a full report in a moment here on GRS TV. Preston Weeks being helped off, but look, they're letting him put a little bit of weight on it. Looks like that right leg. That's a good sign. Folks, this doesn't look serious, but he's probably going to miss a few plays at the least here. You have to sit out at least one on an injury timeout.
21, Garland 14.
It could have been a lot worse, and hopefully Preston Weeks is going to be okay. With the playoffs 2 weeks away especially, they're going to work on it. We'll see if they put ice on it. That would probably mean he wouldn't come back if they were to ice it. 1st and 10 after the Weeks run at the 15 of Lakeview. Rowlett trying to tie this game up. Amos handoff, cuts it out, being chased, and he'll be downed eventually after a 2-yard gain, and the stop was made by Jalen Graham. We'll keep an eye on Preston down here.
I think we're going to see a lot of Amos and Lang right now.
They're still just working on it right now. Looks like Mr. Weeks might be down there. He did have a kind of a bad look on his face when he came off. Like there was some pain there. We got the 3rd string quarterback in there, or the backup quarterback, excuse me, who messed up the snap, it looked like, and did recover it back at his 18. This is Tupal. Chase Tupal, number 9 in their quarterback.
He just didn't handle the snap. It was a good snap.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He just, maybe a little nervous in there early, taking over for Preston Weeks, a 3-year starter. 3rd and 12. It would be a 35-yard attempt if they tried the field goal from here. Tupal in shotgun, 2 backs and 3 receivers in the pattern. Gonna hand it. Sweep left. Lang gets a block. Lost his footing, but still was able to get to the 10. We've got a helmet off in the offensive backfield. A defender is going to have to come out for a play.
Excellent game.
Drew Harper. He'll have to go to the sideline, as the referee Rick Ford tells him. Anyway, the play to the 10 brings up a 4th and 5, and Rowlett's going to go. Well, just as I say that, some fresh folks, including the kicker, Ian Ellis, trot out on the field. So Rowlett is going to try and settle for 3, it appears. It's on the left hash, not a good angle for right-footed kicker. And it is fairly short, though. 27 yards if he tries it, Ian Ellis. Tupal is the holder. Keep that in mind, a quarterback is a holder. Good snap, good hold. Kick looks good. It's definitely high enough and far enough, and it is good enough. So 3 points for Rowlett at our new score. Lakeview Centennial 35. Rowlett 31 with 1:34 left in our 3rd quarter. Back with more in a moment on GRS TV. The ice is out for Rowlett quarterback Preston Weeks. The ice is on the right knee, so he may be done for the night. It doesn't look real serious, but that's just our judgment at this point. I think it's smart, John, to keep him on the sideline here. They're probably going to make the playoffs without him, and you need him for the playoffs in 2 weeks. Low kick toward the near sideline, caught by Haro Miranda, looking for a block. Splits a couple of defenders, but hanging on for dear life. That's a pretty big tackle, or that could have gone for more. And that looked like, number 32, Enos Henderson with the key tackle at the 37.
I see Danler just returned to the field also for Rowlett.
First and 10, Patriots, starting at their
Key defender, leading tackler for the Eagles. Here come the Patriots. 1:27 left in our third quarter. Lakeview's held the lead for quite a while now, but it's down to a 4-point lead after the field goal. Jared Adams, the quarterback. He's been out there since second quarter. Mauricio Sneed on a sweep left. Got the corner. Does he have the first down? He stepped out right at the point, and they're going to mark it right at the first down marker, the 47-yard line. And we've already got a first down signal from the head linesman.
Yeah, they just running that jet sweep.
Just pure speed.
Yes.
Speed burns. Pretty good angles from the Rowlett defense. Sneed's just too fast. Hereford looked like he wanted to bounce it out, but could not, and gets a short 2-yard gain to the 49 to Darius.
Solo tackle for the Eagles.
Well, we're now to the minute mark and running here in the third. Good games next week to close out the regular season, and we hope to have a playoff game or two for you in the by-district round of the playoffs. But next Friday, John and I will bring you Lakeview and Naaman Forest. That'll be for home field advantage in the by-district playoff, although both teams are in the playoffs. Adams rolls right, drops it off. Haro Miranda showing pretty good speed on this near sideline, and he's got plenty for the first down as Lakeview continues to drive the ball to the 33 of Rowlett.
Nice little short pass here on the rollout, safe.
Haro Miranda wide open.
Yeah, nice safe play.
Jared Adams doing a good job as he came in for the injured Jalen Jones. Sweep right again to the short side of the field, and Hereford ran out of room quickly. His helmet comes off, so Tadarius will have to go out for a play. Do we have a penalty marker? For some reason, they stopped the clock. I guess because the helmet came off, he stopped the clock. Now they'll rewind it. See if Lakeview tries to run another play. They do not have to before the end of the third quarter. The play clock and the game clock are matched up perfectly.
I think they're going to let it tick out right now.
You don't see that very often where both clocks are exactly the same. 5-4, that's going to do it for the third quarter, barring, pretty sure they won't call a delay penalty here. No, that'll do it for 3. It's been a good one. We'll be back for the final 12 minutes in a moment as Lakeview Centennial holding a 35-31 lead over Rowlett here on GRS TV. Scott Powell, John Welburn, glad you're with us tonight. Friday night football, and we got one more week left in the regular season. I mentioned next Friday, next Thursday, Bobby George and I will bring you Garland and Rowlett. Could be a playoff berth on the line there. If Rowlett loses this one and Garland beats North Garland tonight, that will be for a playoff spot next Thursday night. Hard to believe that Rowlett still would not have clinched. 2nd and 9, Lakeview to start the 4th. Mauricio Sneed with the handoff. Good job of just keeping the legs moving as he got 7 out of very little to the 26. Pretty good drive. This started back at the Lakeview 37. And how big would a 10-point lead look to Lakeview Centennial? Or actually, it would be an 11-point lead with the extra point.
With weeks out, that's huge.
Yeah, that's a good point. Rowlett's going to have trouble coming all the way back. Again, Preston with ice on his right knee. Otherwise, he looks okay down here on the sideline. But I guess we'll find out during the coming week. Here's a handoff, and about a yard as Sneed ran into a wall of Eagles. Big 3rd down coming, or is it 4th down? No, it's 4th down coming. What do you do here? I'd almost consider a coffin corner, but they only need 2, John. Almost a short 2 here on 4th down.
I think you got to go with it. I still think that rollout play has been working for them all night.
Well, remember that Jalen Jones is a little quicker than Jared Adams. I think you got to get wide. I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah, that little short pass that we've seen a couple times has been working. I would go with that.
Well, Jones is more of a cut-up runner on that. Adams can roll out and try and find a receiver. Yeah, I think that's what you're saying, right?
Correct.
Sneed in motion. Whistle.
That hurt right there.
Oh, this would be 5. Or do we have a timeout? Let's see. Somebody may have taken a timeout.
Ball start.
Nope.
On the offense, number 55.
Big penalty
5-yard
here.
penalty. 4th down.
Now I'd consider the coffin corner punt, John. Make that backup quarterback drive his team 90 yards. I really would consider, you can still punt it out of a formation anyway. Line up, make it look like you're going for it.
Things been going so good for me. I'm going to try to make it.
All right. You're going to give them decent field position when you could pin them here. Here it is, 4th down. Adams rolling like John said. He stops, fires, caught. Porter inside the 10. He will. No! I was going to say he will score, and he just lost his footing and came down at the 1-yard line. Make it the 2. John Welburn, offensive coordinator.
There you go. Adams rolls out.
Give Adams a lot of credit.
Oh, excellent.
Adams was hoping to just keep rolling and then throw it. He had to come to a dead stop or he would have been hit, and he threw it with a defender in his face. Sneed is obliterated at the 1-yard line. I mean, he went down quick and hard and could not score on the first handoff. Let's see if we can get it looked like 48. Let's see if we can get a replay on this. Chase Taylor, watch this tackle. Ooh! Boy, did he hit him hard from behind. 2nd and goal for Lakeview. 6-man front. Herford. Touchdown, Lakeview Centennial.
That's big right
They
there.
got just enough on the blocking on the right side of the line.
Yeah, Lakeview's feeling it right now.
When this season began, especially with Lakeview at 1-3, if I had told you Lakeview Centennial would be all alone in 2nd place with 1 week to go in district play, you probably would not have believed me. Especially considering they had a lot of losses to graduation from that good team a year ago. When they finished 4th last year, I might add. Or actually, I think they finished 3rd, but still, what a job they have done this year to come back and post another good season. Extra points, good. We got a timeout, 9:41 4th quarter. It's a 2-possession lead for Lakeview Centennial, 42-31 over Rowlett on GRS TV. Scoring drive for Lakeview, 63 yards. Did you see the band celebrating across the way from Lakeview Centennial? They did it in just 6 plays and used 3 minutes and 46 seconds off the clock.
414 yards of offense for Rowlett, and you trail in the game.
Yeah, that's almost impossible. The only things that matter are those numbers on the scoreboard, right? That kind of makes you think, why do we even look at statistics? Here's a pop-up kickoff. Can he catch it? Yes, it's caught at the 32. No fair catch, and going to pay for it. Hull breaks away and is losing yardage by the moment, but he's hard to go down, and they finally get him down. I've never seen so much effort for a loss of 5 in my life. It's first down to 29 for Rowlett.
He's trying to make something happen.
Yeah, he got spun back, and then he was really in trouble. Got to give him an A+ for effort. So Rowlett down by 11. 9:28 fourth quarter. They have a 1st and 10 at their 29. A lot of people would consider this an upset. These are two teams with the same season record and district record. Same place in the district. Tied for 2nd coming into tonight. We said they were similar on paper, and records are similar, and the way their seasons have gone been similar. They both started 1-3. Keeper on the option by Tupal, and he runs into a wall of Patriots, or a brigade of Patriots. Again, Tupal in there for the starter, Preston Weeks, who went out with a knee injury and has ice on it on the sideline. That's all we know at this point.
No gain, 2nd down, 10 for the Eagles.
2nd and 10 as he did get back to the line of scrimmage. Tupal is going to try and lead a Rowlett comeback here. If they don't win tonight and Garland beats North Garland, right now they're trailing by 7. But if North Garland can hang on and beat Garland, there's 8 minutes left in that one. Then a Garland loss would clinch the playoffs for Rowlett, even if they lost this game tonight. So we're keeping an eye on that one for you also.
Tupal got a completion under his belt on that one, so we'll see if he can open it up a little bit now.
3rd down 6, though. Tupal steps up, looks to the sideline. Looks like they may be changing the play here. He walks up to the line, shouts at his lineman. Looks like a change in play. You better hurry. We're at 6 on the play clock. Gets it off. Tupal stands tall, deep over the middle, way too far. Had a receiver in the area, but several defenders, and Rowlett looks like they're going to have to punt it away. So again, North Garland 21, Garland 14, 3:09 left in that one. So again, Rowlett would get into the playoffs tonight if North hangs on to beat Garland. All they needed was either a win in their final 2 or a Garland loss in the final 2, and they may sneak in the back door tonight, John, but it'd be awfully weird to have a playoff without Rowlett in it. High kick, but not very deep. It'll be covered and down at the 37 of Lakeview. Kind of a strange development, John Welburn. At this point of the game, we got 2 backup quarterbacks in there.
Very interesting. If Lakeview can get a drive going here, they could possibly put this away, I believe.
John Welborn, who runs the Curtis Colwell Center, has his full-time job. He's our Friday night color man here on GRS TV. First and 10, Lakeview Centennial. Jared Adams, that backup quarterback, rides Hereford into the hole for a short gain, and there are many gray tops and maroon pants downing him. Boy, that was a gang tackle for 1 at the 32. Make it 2 to the 39. What Lakeview would like is some tick-tocks at this point. Run some clock. They don't even need any more points, as they could kill this clock with an 11-point lead. It's going to take some 3rd down conversions, though, probably. Jalen Jones went out late in the 2nd quarter and never returned. His injury looked less serious than Preston Weeks's. Hereford cuts it up, spinning, and he'll be a little short of the 1st down, but a pretty good 2nd down pickup leads to a 3rd and short.
46-yard line.
They're going to need 2 from the 46. Very manageable. Good job on 1st and 2nd down for Lakeview.
Nice cut, nice play calling, milking the clock right now.
You know, Hereford's had a pretty good night, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. $14 for 86.
There is Preston Weeks. You see the ice on the right knee. They point to a little bruise maybe on his left knee, but here's a penalty marker. procedure,
All start
Lakeview.
on the offense, number 82. 5-yard penalty, third down.
John, that's at least twice tonight. Lakeview's had a 3rd and short that became a 3rd and 6 or 7.
That really
of a
hurts.
5-yard penalty. They hadn't had many penalties. They've had them at the wrong times, though.
They went from a manageable 3rd down to now a little difficult 3rd down.
Yeah, they were hoping to run it and get the first down on 3rd and 2 because their first 2 runs were pretty good.
Then more important than that is stop the clock.
They have restarted it as we're inching our way toward the halfway mark of the 4th quarter. Lakeview leading by 11. Rides Sneed. He wanted to go outside but cut it up. Breaks a tackle, still going. And the extra effort is going to get him just short by a yard. Hereford almost, or Sneed almost picked up the first down, but I think he's a yard short. So 4th down coming. John, what do you do here?
Kick.
Boy, I'd consider a punt with an 11-point lead. Do not give Rowlett
Kick.
a first down at your 47 if you don't get it. I'm just thinking as a Lakeview coach here. I kick this ball. Maybe they'll line up and then drop back deeper to kick it. Jared Adams is the quarterback. He may become punter here. They try a long count. I think they're trying to draw him off. Another procedure
on
against
the offense,
Lakeview.
number 82. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Well, you know what? At least that made up Kendall Miller's mind. He's definitely going to punt it here. It looked like they might go for it, but now on 4th and 6, at least this forces them to punt.
82.
That's almost a good penalty when you think about it.
Yeah, number 82, 2 out of 3 plays he gets a penalty.
Punt formation, Alexis Herrera.
So Alexis Herrera now looks like he'll punt with those orange shoes. I guess they're orange. Might be pinkish. They're colorful either way. Kind of looks like your shirt you got on tonight, John.
Hey, hot pink.
Herrera's got plenty of time. This is a line drive, but pretty deep, end over end. Hereford catches it at the 23. You know what? I think he's just trying to avoid a return. We got a very late flag and an injured Patriot. I think we may have a late, kind of maybe a cheap hit here on the punt. Let's see if we have a replay on this, but the reactions say this is a late hit of some kind. And unfortunately, one of our favorite players is down, John. That looks like number 8, Tyler Clifton for Lakeview. No replay yet. And they are covering Mr. Clifton up down there with trainers.
After the play was over,
There you go, dead
personal
ball.
foul, late hit, number Rowlett, number 50. After this to the goal, first down.
Tell you what, Kendall Miller is doing a very smart thing, John. If you didn't notice, the head coach of Lakeview is out there with his injured player, and it looks like he is telling his team to get to the sideline. It looked like they might have been upset by this play, and Kendall is trying to avoid any altercation that might take place. He sent his players to the sideline. I like that. He also is not happy with the officials, but here's your shot.
Whoa.
Kind of unexpected and blindsided. And kind of unnecessary too, John, I think was the big point. And thank goodness Clifton, it looks like he's going to be okay after a slow walk to the sideline, number 8. Everything, order has been restored, it looks like. We'll get back to play here shortly. 5:29 left. Lakeview Centennial with an 11-point lead. Rowlett gets the football with their backup quarterback on the field. Chase Tupal. Preston Weeks probably out for the rest of the night with ice on his right knee. He kind of tried to plant on a run, folks, if you missed it, and went down. It didn't look real severe, but enough to put ice on the knee, and hopefully he'll be okay for the coming weeks. Hopefully it's just a twist of some kind. Tupal to throw, drops a screen. Oh, and Lang is eliminated the minute he catches it. There's also a penalty marker.
Might be a lineman downfield.
Caleb Ferguson eliminated Lang in a hurry. Well, the flag, I don't know, to me it almost looks like holding where it was thrown, but we've seen no indication yet.
Holding on the offense, number 58.
I got it right.
Penalty is declined. Second down.
No, John, you don't need to bow. It was just a simple call for him.
Penalty is declined. Second
Some of the folks on hand, good Friday night crowd here at Homer B. After the walk-off, it's going to be 2nd and 11, Rowlett. Clock is running again at 5:17 and counting. If I'm Rowlett, I hurry. Down by 11. Paul changes the play, it looks like. We're under 10 on the play clock. Chase has the snap. Rides Lang on a sweep left, and he's going to be run down and slung out of bounds. Nice open field play there by Jalen Graham.
I think you might have got a little face mask,
Yeah,
though.
I just noticed the yellow over there, John. And it's not a shirt, it's a hanky.
That's a bad penalty at this point of the game.
Did you
here.
see a face mask? You sure it wasn't maybe a, although it looks like the Signals face mask. I was thinking maybe a horse collar, but I was guessing. Yep, one of the officials grabbed toward his mask, toward his face.
Personal foul. Face mask. On the offense, number 4.
On the offense.
After this to the go. Still second down.
John, you see some things maybe once a year. You won't see that one again for a long time. Offensive face mask. Looks like a pretty good call to me.
Backs him up to the 8-yard line.
A lot of times you get a stiff arm and they ignore kind of the brushing of the face mask, but that was pretty obvious a good call from the official. Probably that head linesman, Danny Bowman, who's made several calls tonight. 2nd and 14, 15 for Rowlett. Restart the clock, 4:38 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Rowlett down by 11. Paul slings it out to Gilly, who gets a short gain and also gets out of bounds, which is important for Rowlett. Gets it back to the original line. It'll be 3rd and about 10 for the Eagles. Our crew from GRS TV all over the place tonight, getting the fans and the players and the tackles. Look out, you could be on camera at any minute when you go to a football game in the GISD. 3rd and about 10 for Rowlett. Big play here. You know, they're going to have to consider punting it this deep, but we've only got 4:29 left. Paul. Time to throw. Slings it over the middle. Caught by Booker for a first down all the way to the 40. Pretty good pass there.
Oh, that was an excellent pass. Showed a lot of patience and a lot of confidence here. As you see right here on the replay, gave the play receiver enough time to get open on there and let it materialize.
And as all night long, the protection from the Rowlett offensive line, the quarterbacks can sit back there and serve tea at times. Paul with a little confidence, fires a beauty to the near side, caught, but this will keep the clock running. That was Jerry Evans. All of a sudden, Chase Paul with a couple of strikes. Rolling to his right is a right-handed quarterback.
He's getting his confidence now.
Yeah, you can just see it. I mean, he really threw a shot right there. 2nd and 5 at the 44. Paul again. Plenty of time. Going to loft it over the middle deep and way too far. This could be defensive holding, though. Here's a flag from the side judge. It's maybe holding or interference. I kind of wonder if it was catchable, but then again, if he held him up, he might have been able to run under it otherwise. It is interference according to the signal from the side judge over there. So that'll be a 15-yard walk-off and a first down for Rowlett. Remember, in high school, unlike the pros, it's just 15 yards, not from the spot of the foul.
Pass interference on the defense, number 11. 15 yards from the previous spot. First down.
So the umpire moves it up 15 to the 41 of Lakeview. Rowlett with all 3 of their timeouts left. 3:39 on the incompletion. The clock will remain dead here. 4 receivers set for Paul. Has a snap. Delayed handoff to Lane. Gets a block to the 30. Tried to hurdle the defender and was tackled at the face. He was tackled. Tried to go right over the top of his head. Lang may be a hurdler on the track team after what I just saw.
Look who threw that block, Mr. Gilly.
Cameron Waddleton gets credit for the tackle. That was an unusual tackle. Right in his face. 1st and 10, going quickly to Paul. Lofts it down the sideline. Caught. Is it in? Yes. Touchdown, Rowlett. Wow. What a catch.
Excellent
Christian
throw,
Booker,
excellent catch
John.
here.
Yeah, let's see the replay. Here you go.
Got both feet in.
Perfect pass, too, but Booker had very little to work with and just barely made that catch. Wow.
Yeah, he actually took his eye off the ball to see where his feet were.
You know what? You might go for 2 here. You're down by 5. 2-point conversion would get you to within 3. It doesn't hurt you, really, if you don't get the 2. So I would go for 2, and I think the Eagles will because they have a good kicker. Now they would only need field goal range if they can get these 2 points. If you don't get the 2, though, then they're going to have to go the distance one more time. And that's if they stop Lakeview Centennial, of course.
You think they will go with onside kick?
I think it's a little early, but I think you got to consider it.
Timeout.
They're going to take a timeout first.
First timeout of the half.
Let's take 1, 2, 3:14 left. Rowlett rallying. They trail Lakeview Centennial. 42-37 on GRS TV. Juncture in this game as to Paul, the quarterback for Rowlett, talking with his teammates on the sideline. They're going to come out and go for 2, it looks like. They're down by 5 with 3:14 left. A 2-point conversion would get them within a field goal. Otherwise, they'd have to score a touchdown if they hold Lakeview. Of course, we have a possible onside kick coming. We'll see what they do with that in a moment. Right now, here they go from the 3, looking for 2 points. Shotgun, receivers all over the field. Paul looks into the end zone. Corner of the end zone. Caught for the 2. Jerry Evans. Another perfect pass from Chase Paul.
Paul got hot here.
Here's your replay. Perfect pass. And not an easy catch. Evans falling back, held on in the corner, got the foot down. Let's take another break.
The try is good. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. On the defense, number 50. 15 yards will be added on to the kickoff.
So, John, back to your point. Do you try the onside now? Well, this makes your decision even more interesting because they're going to be kicking it off from what? The 45 or so. So it's not a bad situation. We'll see what they decide in a moment. 3:09 left. It's 42-39. Lakeview Centennial over Rowlett. We're back after this on GRS TV. Okay, John Welber and I talking off the air there. I want to go onside kick. John wants to kick it deep. Let's see what they decide to do here. I think it's a favorable onside because even if you don't recover it, they're still going to get it around their 35 because of the 15-yard walk-off. That's why I'm pushing onside. They're going to kick off from the 45 of Lakeview. You see my point? I think you got to go onside here just because of that 15-yard walk-off. 3:09 left and 2 timeouts left for Rowlett. There's a chance they won't get the ball back if they go deep.
I think you're right now with the onside. The kicker is kind of tipping it off here with moving around here.
And he's going to face the ball toward the near sideline. They're going to try the onside. I think because they're kicking off from the other team's 45, it's kind of a no-brainer. Because they're not going to get, they're going to get kind of the same field position anyway if they don't recover it. And they still have a chance if they don't get the onside to come up with a defensive stand and get the ball back anyway.
True.
So you really don't have a whole lot to lose here. And here we go with the attempt. It's bobbled, it's free, it's loose. Who's got it? Rowlett's got it. Wow. What a beautiful kick, John. Let's give credit where credit is due. Andrew Martinez, the kicker. And you think Rowlett's fired up?
Number 22 recovered.
Here you go with the replay. There's your bobble. Ball's on the ground. Yeah, 22 looks like your man there. That is Emmett Seals. And Emmett's the most excited on the field. That's a dead giveaway. So Rowlett's got the 30 of Lakeview, down by 3 with a good kicker, 3:07 and 2 timeouts remaining. They've already made, about a 35-yard field goal, something along those lines. 1st and 10 Eagles. 2-back set here. Paul will hand it. Amos pounds forward, still going, good effort. Chauncey's going to get 5 out of nothing to the 26.
Yeah, they can milk the clock right now and force Lakeview to start calling some timeouts.
Lakeview's got all 3 of theirs remaining. 2nd and 5. 2:40 and counting. Three would tie it. 7 might win it for Rowlett. Down by 3. Handoff, Lang, touchdown, Rowlett. Wow, he went untouched from 26 yards. Now we'll see what Lakeview's got left in their arsenal.
Rowlett didn't panic, kept the ball on the ground, trying to eat some time. Went back to the running game, which they've had success with that all night.
Martinez will get to try the extra point. Big kick here and make it a 4-point lead. Looks good. Is good. 2:22 left. Our new score, our new leader is Rowlett 45. No, should be 46. They haven't put the point up. We got a penalty marker.
Kick is good. 5 yards. Running into the kicker. On the defense. Penalty is declined. Point is good.
2:22 left. 46-42. Rowlett over Lakeview here on GRS TV. Well, good news for the Rowlett Eagle fans at both stadiums, as you see Monye Lang after that 26-yard touchdown run. Over at Williams Stadium tonight, North Garland held on to beat Garland 21-14. So Garland, with that loss, Rowlett has clinched a playoff berth tonight, whether they win or lose. Right now, they have come back to take a 46-42 lead with 2:22 left in the ball game. And some numbers there, John. Anything on Paul?
It's not updated on there yet. We still have a little time here.
All of a sudden, we got over 700 yards of total offense. Rowlett's going to kick off. Big extra point, as I said, because the lead is now 4. Lakeview's got to go the distance in 2:22. They do have all 3 of their timeouts. Here's your kickoff. This will hit at the 5 and roll out of the end zone, so they'll have to start at the 25.
No pooch kicked in.
No, we went poochless. So Rowlett will be in the playoffs officially now. It was mainly just a mathematical situation. Be interesting to see about their quarterback, Preston Weeks, who left early in this 4th quarter with a knee injury. You know, they have now what comes down to is almost a meaningless game next week, and if Weeks is questionable, they can rest him 1 more week before the playoffs. 1st and 10 at the 25. This is Jarrett Adams with a pass that's way short.
Porter was wide open also on that play, as you'll see. Coming across, well-designed play, throw just too high.
Rowlett now, I think it's even official that they will play that bi-district playoff in 2 weeks at Rowlett. As the number 2 seed in Division I, Saxe will be number 1 seed and get a home game. Here's a wild pass, just trying to unload it is Adams, and he does a good job of it out of bounds without taking the sack. 3rd down coming.
Defending for the Eagles, that's King. 3rd down, 10 yards to go for Lakeview Centennial. From the 25.
2:10, the clock is stopped. Again, Lakeview with all 3 of their timeouts remaining.
I think they have to call a timeout right now.
We're under 10 on the play clock. They're going to get it off here, it looks like. Looked like somebody left a little early, but no flag. Deep pass. Porter with a nice catch. He's a little tall to bring that one in. Trey Porter having a big night. Pretty good pass, a little tall from Adams, but Porter did a good job with it. 1st down at the 45.
Great catch.
As we just crossed the 2-minute mark remaining. Lakeview only needs a touchdown to win it. I say only. They've got 55 yards to go. Here's a short gain on 1st and 10. Mauricio Sneed for 2.
No need to panic.
No, I mean, you don't even have to get out of your game plan quite yet when you got 3 timeouts left, right? Would you agree?
I do. Look like we got Sneed asking for help to get off the field right here.
Lakeview wants to burn their first time out here. We'll come back with more in a moment. 1:32 left. 46-42 Rowlett over Lakeview Centennial on GRS TV. Lakeview Centennial down by 4. 46-42, 1:36 left. They have a 2nd and 8 on the offense. They spread the field with 4 receivers, 3 to the right. Jarrett Adams gets the pass off, incomplete. Rowlett read that screen from the get-go. Lucky it wasn't picked off. There were a lot more defenders where the ball landed than there were receivers. Yeah, Rowlett saw this coming, didn't they?
Yes, I don't like that call. Bread and butter is when he's rolling out. It's not a pocket passer.
3rd and 8. They got 2 downs to get 8 yards. Taking a lot of time getting the play in as we near the 10-second mark on the play clock. Adams is set with 3 receivers. We're down to 5. They get it off. Time at this point. He steps up. Jarrett's going to run with it. Got a 1st down. before he's downed at the 43. Nice play by Jared Adams.
Very nice play.
And a key first down for Lakeview Centennial. Now we have an official timeout here. Looks like we've got a shaken up Patriot down there.
That's Porter.
It looks like maybe just a cramp, John, from all indications that I'm seeing.
I'm looking at several of them. You had Sneed earlier, and then we also looking over at 19 on the opposite side of the field.
Yeah. Let's recap the playoff situation. We still have a week to go in the regular season, but now all 4 teams are in the playoffs from 10-6A, including these 2. Rowlett, with barring any major upsets with Saxe, Rowlett will play a road game in the bi-district playoff against Coppell. Lakeview Centennial will play Naaman Forest next week, with the winner of that game getting a home game in the bi-district playoffs. And they'll get the loser between Lake Highlands and J.J. Pierce.
The game clock to 1 minute 27 seconds.
Actually, they'll get the winner of that Lake Highlands Pierce game, and then the loser of the Naaman Forest Lakeview game would get a road game at Jesuit in the bi-district playoffs. Saxe will get a home game, probably against Skyline in the bi-district. So there is the playoff situations for 2 weeks from now. We still got a week again left in the regular season.
Good player for Lakeview Centennial.
I know Lakeview wants to get Porter back on the field as quick as they can.
You know, we still have a chance for a co-district champion, but Saxe would have to lose to South Garland next week. And they'll have a 1-game lead going into next week over one of these 2 teams that will stay in second place when this night is over. So Saxe's probably going to be your undisputed district champion, and the winner of this game will be second place, at least at this point. 1st and 10 Lakeview after the injury from the 43. They need 6 points to take the lead. Trailing 46-42. Adams in trouble. Unloads. Caught. West. Zakamian West to the 32. Boy, Jared Adams is hanging in there very well, isn't he, John?
That was excellent. He had everybody running after him from Rowlett.
And just got it off. Rolling to his left. A right-handed quarterback throwing it back against his body. Got enough on it to get to West. 1st and 10 at the 32. They're going to run a handoff, but Herford is dropped for a 2-yard loss on 1st down. Now they might consider a timeout, and Kendall Miller will take one. That'll drop him down to 1 timeout remaining and stop the clock at 1:06 left.
Charge timeout the half.
Let's take another break. 1:06, 46-42. Rowlett over Lakeview Centennial here on GRS TV.
Tried to catch him off guard on that one.
Scott Powell, John Welver, and we're in the waning moments here. 1:06 left. Lakeview Centennial with the ball at the 34 of Rowlett, trailing Rowlett 46-42. Jared Adams in shotgun. The Patriots have 1 timeout left. Adams, good protection. Now he's flushed out to the right. Avoids a tackler, keeps it up the sideline, gets a little bit. But the key is he stopped the clock by stepping out. And got another injured Patriot, although just shaken up as one of their offensive linemen. And that is number 65, Julius Reed. They're going to take him out for a play here, it looks like. Looks like he'll be okay, though. A gain to the 30. We got a 3rd and 8 coming. 57 seconds left. Rowlett, if they'd like to use one in a dead ball situation, they have 2 timeouts left. Field goal does you no good as Lakeview needs a touchdown. Rowlett trying to hang on. Crowd getting into it here on 3rd and 8. Got 2 downs to get 8. Adams, time, steps up, down. Stepped right into the defense. And that'll be 97, Chris Abbott with the stop. It's a loss of 3. It'll be 4th and 11, and we got another timeout taken. Big play coming here.
Timeout. Lakeview.
That'll be their last.
Timeout of the half.
51 seconds. They need 11 yards, or Rowlett looks like they're going to win this one. Let me again remind you what's coming up this weekend. On November the 9th, the final week of the regular season, Garland and Rowlett right here on GRS. Bobby George and I will have that one for you, and then John and I will be back with you on November the 10th in 1 week. Later this week, Lakeview Centennial and Naaman Forest. That will be again for home field advantage in the bi-district playoff. The winner gets the home field, the loser has to go to Jesuit. So that'll be a good one and a big one next week between Lakeview and Naaman Forest. Lakeview trying to rally, and right now it's going to be tough. They got no timeouts, 51 seconds, and they've got to get 11 yards here on 4th down, or Rowlett can then just run out the clock. The crowd is about as loud as they've been all night. Jared Adams in shotgun. Now Rowlett's going to use one of those 2 timeouts.
Timeout. Rowlett. That's their second timeout of the half.
Why don't we take what could be our final break of the night? 51 seconds left. Rowlett 46, Lakeview Centennial 42 on GRS TV. Well, unless Rowlett takes another timeout, this could be the final play of the game right here, right now. Lakeview needs 11 yards. They need to the 22.5 for a first on 4th. Adams deep, too far for West. Boy, it looked like there might have been some contact, but incomplete, and that should do it. Rowlett will just have to run the final 45 seconds. I don't see any argument. Let's see if we can see a replay. It looked like there could have been some contact. I could be totally wrong. As Adams looks down the middle. I love this angle with the cameras. Yeah, it looked like maybe my imagination there. Looked like a good no call. So Rowlett will just take a knee, maybe twice at the most, and should come away with a win tonight. And Rowlett will be all alone in second place, 1 game behind Saxe with 1 week to go. Rowlett will be 5-4, 4-1 in district. Lakeview will fall to 4-5. And 3-2 and into 3rd place. Again, both teams in the playoffs now. John, it's been a good one. What are your thoughts on this one tonight?
Excellent ball game. Exceeded expectations.
Timeout.
Makes you want
last timeout of the half.
Makes you want to come back for more next week, doesn't it?
Rowlett.
You know, we had a lot of offense tonight, Scott. We don't have the final stats.
Probably over 800 yards or so.
It could be 1,000 yards of total offense when it's all said and done.
Yep.
Because back when it was 42-31 Lakeview, we were already at about 725, 750 yards at that point.
Well, John, we got one final regular season game that looks like a doozy. Lakeview Centennial and Naaman Forest with a little bit on the line next Friday night. November the 10th. A lot of our better games have been loaded up here at the end of the regular season. Saxe and Rowlett last week, a classic 42-35 Saxe. Saxe with a big win last night over Naaman Forest, 27-7, which you can see all week long here on GRS TV. Okay, victory formation for Rowlett. To Paul, who has done a great job in relief, led Rowlett to the victory tonight in the 4th quarter when Preston Weeks went out with a knee injury. We'll keep an eye on Preston, and hopefully he'll be back for at least the playoffs in a couple of weeks. They don't have to rush him back because next week's not a real important game for Rowlett, thank goodness. Hopefully 2 weeks would be enough to get him ready. All we know is he had ice on his right knee after making a cut on a run, and he went down. Did not look real serious, which is the good news. Of course, a real serious injury, John, is one that, or not so serious injury is one that happens to somebody else. You know the old saying. Paul runs off with the football in his arm. What a job he did in relief for Weeks tonight.
Yes, he did.
Okay, let's give out our thanks tonight. John Welburn, thank you, John. Thanks to our entire GRS crew tonight. Rowlett a winner over Lakeview Centennial this evening, and they'll be all alone in second place, a game behind Saxe. As you see, Preston Weeks, good to see him walking without ice on his right knee as we wrap it up here tonight. That is good news. So Rowlett the winner over Lakeview Centennial. For John Welburn and our entire GRS crew tonight, I'm Scott Powell from Homer B. Johnson Stadium in Garland. So long, everybody.